Hey Aries, welcome to my channel. Broadcasting from the home studio today, my healing space. Okay Aries, so this is going to be a love reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and other strong placements. If you don't know where your placements are, Aries, there is a link in the description box. And I'm also doing personal readings, so you can find my contact details in the description box as well, if you resonate with my energy and if this reading resonates for you. Okay, Aries, let's see what's going on in the love department. I am an Aries rising, so it's going to be interesting for me as well. There's a lot of butterfly energy in my garden suddenly, and it just feels like an energy of transformation that's coming through for you specifically, or for this connection. I just heard, a zero reset is needed. A reset, a rewiring, a new way of being. I think you are responding differently to this person, Aries, or to this situation, differently from how you normally respond. So your person could be fumbling a little bit and not knowing how to come forward or how to initiate communication. If there is currently no communication, that's just what I'm sensing for some of you. Okay, let's see. For the sign of Aries, Spirit, please and thank you. What is going on in the love department? I'm just going to draw 6 cards, Aries, and here we have the Wheel of Fortune, card of Sagittarius, Major Arcana, and this is exactly what I was saying. This transformative energy is coming in. This is a new cycle, Aries. Something needs to shift and change in this connection in order for it to either work or for it to come to an end. But I do feel like it's more of a transformational energy between you and your person, and the dynamic, a transformation of the dynamic of how you communicate, of how you interact, of the give and take and reciprocity in the connection as well. So let's see. Card of Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Sag, another fire sign. The High Priestess, wow. Card of Pisces, another Major Arcana. There's definitely transformative energy here. As I put down the card, I saw this pharaoh symbolism. And what I'm picking up for you, Aries, is this connection is not just of this lifetime. I feel like you and this person have had lifetimes of connections together. Going as far back to ancient Egypt or even before that. And why I'm also feeling this is this High Priestess energy, which is Pisces energy. There is a very strong telepathic, energetic connection between both of you. And you both are highly intuitive. So this could be a very deep soul connection that's coming back around for reunion. Because I do feel in past lifetimes or previous cycles, there were many instances or situations that caused separation between you as souls. And you feel that in this lifetime. In fact, this could be playing out in the current relationship where the soul remembers the abandonment, or the soul remembers the rejection and the separation. And so what can happen in connections like that is you or the other person can end up self-sabotaging the connection for the fear of being abandoned. Highly telepathic, I think you are also getting insights and intuition, Aries, into how to respond differently in this connection. I do feel like you are taking a pause here with whatever the situation is, just to go within and to listen to your own inner guidance and not to be drawn into the cycle again. I apologize for that background noise, Aries. I have no idea what my neighbor is up to, but it sounds very noisy. Oh my hat, the Magician. 3 major arcana. So you are definitely manifesting here. And I do feel, again, this infinity symbol. This infinity symbol is this cycle with this person keeps repeating itself. I feel like your person is also doing some manifesting of their own here, Aries, trying to call you back in. And this doesn't have to be spell work. The intent is there. And it could be, thoughts that this person is having, daydreaming. I can sense dreams as well. You could be dreaming about them. I do feel like there is a separation at the moment, but this separation with these 3 major arcana is very important for your evolution, for yours and your person's evolution, to come into wholeness and to understand both divine masculine and feminine energies within yourselves, coming into that wholeness, so that if you do come back together, it's in a different way. And it is reciprocal. It's an equal give and take, like this infinity symbol, rather than a one-directional giving of energy. The Magician is a card of Gemini, so you could be dealing with a Gemini, or you could have strong Gemini placements. But you are also picking up messages from your person, Aries, in your dream space. So if you've been having very vivid dreams about them, it's because they are thinking of you. And this could be, an obsessive thinking as well. This could be, and not obsessive in a bad way. It's just that with strong connections like this, you tend to court each other, and it's not that easy to separate your thoughts and your emotions from the person, whether you want to consciously do it or not. It's a process. It's a process of release, even if you really do want to release the connection. Let's see what else for you, Aries. This person could be a medical doctor for some of you, or a healer. I do feel like a healer. You could be a healer, Aries. And this is something maybe that both of you experienced or did in previous lifetimes, was work in a healing circle together. I do feel very strongly with these 2 energies. It does feel like there was a deep connection of healing that you shared. Healing of community, healing of, people used to come to you as a couple. You could have been in a partnership, maybe not necessarily a romantic couple, but you definitely did some kind of healing together. Even if it was, a doctor-nurse relationship, or I'm feeling like during times of war as well, providing, medical services in the barracks. I'm seeing barracks, and I'm seeing army beds. So that could resonate for some of you. Maybe your person is in the army or is a doctor. Maybe that resonates for you personally, Aries. And this could be something that's playing out again. So what's actually happening in the relationship is Your souls are triggering, why can't I speak now, each other into ascension and into evolution, into reclamation and into remembering your gifts. And you don't have to, take on the same exact type of career in this lifetime. Healing can be done in many different ways. You don't have to be a medical doctor or an energy work healer or do readings or anything like that. It could just be, your intuition and your insights that help people, as an example. That's also a form of healing. Your energy, just, ascending or changing your vibration and your frequency can also heal just by you walking into a room. And I'm sensing that your person is starting to understand that for themselves as well. Is the need to shift frequency in the connection and shift frequency for themselves. There's a deep soul transformation going on here. And again, with the butterflies in the beginning of the reading, it did feel, and the word that immediately came to me was transformation. And butterflies, caterpillar to butterfly transformation is brutal. You literally have to, it's literally a death of, one way of being into another way of being. And it can feel like a death sometimes. Transformation and healing is not an easy process. I was saying to someone this weekend, it's not, healing is not soft. It's actually going back to all those parts of you that keep you stuck, that make you feel unworthy or, insecure or cause you to people please, whatever it is that's going on for you, Aries. This healing is about going back and visiting and sitting with that part of yourself and saying, okay, let's feel it. Let's feel this right now and see, what is going on? Where does it come from? What is the root cause of it? And how do we transcend? How do we integrate this into a new way of being? But it is painful. And this is what happens with healers. You have to go through the depths of your own darkness to find your medicine. And that's the medicine you bring back for your people. Okay, what else for Aries, please and thank you. The Queen of Swords. Yes, definitely drawing boundaries here, Aries. I just want to get all the cards so that I don't... Another major arcana, the Hermit. Yes, there is definitely pause and silence in the situation and drawing of boundaries, especially in communication. And a guarded energy. So, Nine of Wands energy is the wounded warrior. It's exactly that. It's not, the way this card represents him, though, is it's different from the Rider-Waite deck in that he is very resilient. So what he's actually doing is looking at, each of these wands represent a version of himself, a trauma, an unhealed event that was logged into his subconscious or logged into his nervous system. And he's connecting with those ones and that energy in order to find the lessons and the growth and the ascension from it. Wow, I've never seen that in this card before. It's not a defensive energy. Usually the Nine of Wands is protecting themselves from heartbreak, is very wary, is very tentative about approaching a relationship, about fully committing. And again, it's these wounds of abandonment, of rejection, what you tend to then do is choose connections or relationships that feel safer to your nervous system because of the fear of, your person being a flight risk. And I feel like both of you kind of had a little bit of input into the self-sabotage that happened in this connection. This is such a deep, deep, deep love is what I'm feeling. It goes and it traverses beyond just this lifetime. Whether you, believe in that or not, you do recognize that there's something magical, there's something very, very different about the connection. And what you are both doing right now, because there is a pause in the connection, and this pause is very necessary. This pause is very necessary because what was happening is this repetition of cycles, Aries, was causing toxicity between the two of you, and the universe came in to bring in this pause in a very, and it could have been a very drastic, cut in communication. But it was necessary to save this connection. It was necessary to save you from depleting your energy, because I do feel like there were a lot of times that you felt that something wasn't right, but you went along with it anyway for fear of losing this person. And that was draining your energy, Aries, because you weren't in alignment with what you were feeling. Your head was, saying, oh, well, if I don't do this, I'm going to upset them, or they are going to leave, or, they'll never speak to me again. But your body and your feelings and your heart was saying, no, this doesn't feel right, that I need to draw a boundary. And that's exactly what the Queen of Swords energy is speaking her truth and drawing her boundaries. And I say her because of the representation on this card, but it's, male or female. You are drawing boundaries. That is the sword of truth. Swords are about communication. This is about clear communication. You're no longer going to accept being verbally attacked or abused. And that is what I mean by the toxicity of the communication or the connection is you started to take each other for granted. You started to assume that the other would always be around. And that taking for granted meant that both of you felt that you could say whatever you felt or do whatever you felt, and this person wouldn't leave. And something happened, something triggered this break, Aries, where, it was just enough is enough. I will no longer be spoken to like this. I will no longer be treated like this. I deserve better. This isn't enough for me. And you might have not physically drawn a boundary, but you are, on a silent protest is what I'm feeling. And this is the Hermit energy. It's taking some time out to integrate the lessons, to heal your heart, and to look within to understand the emotion, to process the emotion, to align with how you feel, and, to help your soul integrate these lessons. This is definitely divinely guided, Aries, card of Virgo here. This is definitely divinely guided because out of 6 cards, 4 of these cards are major arcana. Card of Pisces, the High Priestess. Gemini, the Magician. Again, Gemini is also about clear communication. Ruled by Mercury. We've got the Hermit, Virgo energy. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy. So you could be dealing with any of those signs. You don't have to be. The Wounded Warrior is also a card of Sagittarius. So that's 2 cards of Sagittarius here for you, Aries. So you could very well be dealing with another fire sign or Sag specifically. So fire on fire can be very intense. But I do feel like both of you are integrating lessons here. And it feels like a peaceful, again, this peaceful protest, this peaceful pause is coming up for me. And it's a healthier way of allowing the connection to heal, of allowing each other to heal, whether you do come back together or not. I do feel like there is, some kind of reconciliation looming in the near future, because both you and your person are now starting to feel ready and magnetized again towards each other. I don't feel any negative energy in this reading. And the look on his face is a very peaceful look. It's almost like a peace offering here with this wand. It's reminding me of Page of Wands energy as well, which could mean a message, Aries, that you will receive, or that, this is interesting because I have a pendulum that I use sometimes to ask yes or no questions. And it's funny how the universe works. And, I asked whether someone would reach out, and the answer, was a definite yes. And it wasn't a text in the physical world, but they did do something that kind of made their presence known. So it wasn't a literal text. My pendulum did say yes, they are going to reach out, and it was actually an energetic reach out. So I am feeling, especially because it's wand energy, it could be through your dreams, it could be some indirect way of coming back together. I feel like there's a lot that's reminding your person of you right now, Aries. And maybe, for you as well, so many signs, seeing their name, or hearing a song that you both liked, or just watching something on TV, and then, something happens that reminds you of the person. There's a lot of signs going on here in the connection. I just want to get an overall card. Is there anything else for Aries? What is the overall energy, and what's going to happen next, Spirit? Actually, those are two questions. What is the overall energy? Please and thank you, Spirit, for Aries, for this love reading. Oh, wow. And it's exactly what I was feeling. Another card of Sagittarius, Temperance, which is balance and healing. It's Archangel Michael energy, and it's balancing out that fire. Remember when I said fire on fire? It's neutralizing that burning passion, anger, frustration, those heavy energies, those burning energies, those cutting energies, because I do feel like you and your person could be very blunt when, your emotions are triggered. And that could be very well an Aries-Sagittarius connection, because Saggies are known for their directness and bluntness, but also their angelic energy. And I do feel like there is healing happening here. There is reconciliation happening here, even if it's on an energetic level, Aries. And this is something we don't always understand, but sometimes the souls talk to each other and heal each other on that level. It might not happen in the physical world, although I do see a meeting of some kind. I do see a conversation of some kind. I do see apologies. I do see forgiveness and overcoming, this heartbreak, or this, the hurt that you might have caused each other. This is definitely another major arcana, which means, oh wow, they just drew my attention to my singing bowl on my healing bed behind me. And it's almost exactly the same imagery as, this this beautiful pot that is in this card. And it's the same gold energy, and gold energy is very protective. So I do feel like this relationship and connection is divinely protected, Aries. So 3 cards of Sag. So that's the overall energy. I just heard, oh yes, and again, this is new growth. Exactly like the picture with the 9 of Wands energy. There's new growth happening in this connection. So I do feel like whatever needed to happen happened for a reason, to heal this connection and to allow it to move into a new cycle, to reset. And look at the sun energy in both of these cards. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. I just heard that song in my head. They're just playing that song for me. It's a new dawn and it's a new day for this connection. Okay, Aries, what is going to happen next in this situation? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, there is still some confusion though, and this is where the ego comes in. There is still something holding you or your person back. Again, it could be, just a reminder of the last communication you've had. There's some pride and some unwillingness to apologize. But this pride, I do feel, this is a minor arcana. And I do feel with all the major arcana on the table that there is going to be an ascension out of this energy. You or your person's pride is going to fall, and then, the communication is going to open up again for you. So Aries, I hope that this helped. If it did, please leave a like and a comment. I'd appreciate, just so that I know, this resonated for you. And I'm sending you so much love. Cheers, Aries. Until next time.